inside is going to be Delroy Stutzman in the number 20. Up on the outside, it'll be the number 91. That's Marty Metzger. Second row back in the 25 is going to be David Morgan. Then it's going to be the 33. That'll be the Bob Sullivan car. We got the number 90, that's Sandor Mattias, and then bringing up the rear of the field will be the number 2 car, that being driven by Brett Smith. That's the field of cars as they get ready to get underway with this 8-lap qualifying event. This is the first of 2 for the Pure Stocks. Head starter looks them over as they enter turn number 3. It's going to be up to the number 20 car, that's the Delroy Stutzman. Next to him, Marty Metzger in the 91. They work slowly out of turn number 4. Your assistant, Frenchie, up in the corner telling them to hug those cars down onto the corner. They come out of the turn. The green flag flies. Marty Metzger gets a big jump over the 21 of Delroy Stutzman as they work into the first turn. And here comes the number 2 of Brett Smith. Smith putting on a big show out there as he moves into the second position. But here comes David Morgan in the 25. Morgan starting near the rear of the field. He's worked that car up into the third position. And don't forget the 33 of Bob Sullivan. On the main straightaway, side by side as they work by the starter stand. Brett Smith takes the lead as they enter turn number 1. Smith got that car way up on the high side of the track. They're trying to get a little traction as he comes off the second turn down the back straightaway, and he clearly takes the lead away from the 91 of Marty Metzger. David Morgan in the number 25 car runs in the third position as these Pure Stock machines work out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. The number 90, that's Sandor Mattias. He almost loops it coming out of turn number 4. He ducks down on the inside, pulls right out in front of the number 20 of Delroy Stutzman. They get those cars underway, and we remain under green conditions. Brett Smith in the number 2 car, still your leaders. He works out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. The battle's going to be for second place. Marty Metzger in the number 91 car, but he's got David Morgan in the 25 all over his back bumper. Out of turn number 2, Morgan looking to go to the high side. Metzger down on the inside. They're still on the back straightaway. Metzger having a little trouble there as we see Morgan get up on the high side. He's looking to take over that second position as your leader, Brett Smith, comes down and take the cross flags. Halfway down in this qualifying event for the Pure Stocks is now David Morgan moves into the second position. He easily takes that away on the main straightaway as they now work out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. Brett Smith with a big lead over the rest of the field. He's now down in turn number 4. Second place still David Morgan as he now works out of that turn. Brett Smith going to have an easy run at it here in that number 2 car as he exits turn number 2. He's going to start to work some lap traffic. We got the number 90, that's Sandor Mattias, on the back straightaway as your leader comes into turn number 3. Sandor having a little trouble keeping the handle on that car as we see Brett Smith move way to the outside to get around him. The 2 flag up, comes out 2 more times around for the number 2 of Brett Smith. Second place still belongs to the 25 of David Morgan, and third is the 91 of Marty Metzger. Smith now in turn number 3 in that number 2 car. He comes out of 4. The white flag's going to fly this time by your head starter, making the motion to the lap cars to get out of the way as the leaders come on by. Sandor Mattias now takes that number 91 car down on the inside as your leader working on the number 20 car. That's the Delroy Stutzman machine. He works around that. It's into turn number 3, and here comes your second place car. David Morgan hot on the trail, but it's going to be a little bit too late as they come down to the fourth turn down the main straightaway. The checkered flag's going to fall. The winner is going to be the number 2 of Brett Smith. Second will go to the 25 of David Morgan, and third to the 91 of Marty Metzger. This is the first time. A big round of applause for Brett Smith. That's Jim Perrimenter. In the number 7 car tonight, you'd recognize him from the invocation, and Sunday's going to be him and his and Kathy Rogers' anniversary. That's Bill Rogers, Bumper Rogers, behind the wheel of that number 7 car. Then we're going to have the 28 car. That's the Jeff Crossan machine. Next to him is going to be the 15. That's the Dave Rutledge car. Bringing up the back row is going to be the 88. That being driven by Dave Davis tonight. And then we got the number 100 car out there, and that's being driven tonight. We don't know. Bringing up the rear of the field in the number 1 car will be the Buddy Spencer machine. That's the field of cars as they get ready to go here. Once again, Perrimenter on the point as they come down through. Then it's going to be the 7. of Bill Rogers as he works that number 7 car in the second position, but here comes the 28 of Crossan. Keep your eye on the 1. That's the Buddy Spencer machine. He's worked from last place as he now moves into the 4th position, and he's moving up on the back bumper of Crossan. Crossan down on the inside. He's working on the outside of Bill Rogers, but your leader continues to be the 34 of Parramatter. The battles for second place. Crossan in the 28, the 1 of Buddy Spencer, and the 7 of Bill Rogers as they work out of that second turn down the back straightaway. Keep your eye on Spencer in that number 1 car. He moves up on the inside of Bill Rogers as they work down into the corner. They're going to put him 3 wide as they come down the main straightaway. Crossan trying to hold him off in that number 28 car. Crossan in the 28, still trying to hold that second position. We see Bill Rogers way up on the outside. You got Spencer down on the inside, but it's still Parramatter in the 34 in the lead. Parramatter now starting to feel the heat as Jeff Crossan works that 28 car down on the inside of them as they work out of the 4th turn, and we see a little bumping and grinding between Rutledge and Rogers as they work that main straightaway. Now keep your eye on Spencer as he works that number 1 car down on the low side of Crossan. Crossan working on the 34 of Parramatter, but he's got a whole back bumper full of Buddy Spencer. This time by, the cross flags are going to come out. We're 4 laps into this 8-lap qualifying event for the Pure Stock Division. Bumper to bumper as they work out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Parramatter trying to hold the lead. He gets bumped by Crossan, and here comes Spencer. Crossan and Parramatter get together on the back straightaway. That slows Crossan down. That puts Buddy Spencer up into second place, and as they come down to the line, he's going to lead this lap this time by. Parramatter now on the outside. He says no way as they work into the turn. They're side by side for that first position out of turn number 2. Parramatter way high up into the loose stuff, and away goes Buddy Spencer. Spencer in the number 1 car now moves into the lead as he works out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. This time by, the 2 flag up signal comes out for Buddy Spencer in the number 1. Parramatter rides in the second position, and Jeff Crossan in the 28 car rides in 3rd. We can see the 88 of Bumper Davis having a little problem out there with his cars. He's about to get lapped by your leader, the number 1 of Buddy Spencer. Spencer having a little trouble getting by as they come down the main straightaway. The white flag comes out. It's going to be one more time around for Buddy Spencer in the number 1. Parramatter still rides in the number 2 position, and Jeff Crossan in the 28 and 3rd. Into turn number 3, out of 4. Buddy Spencer with a big lead over the rest of the field. The checkered flag's going to fall, and the winner of this qualifying event will be Bud Spencer in the number 1. Second's going to go to Jim Parramatter, and 3rd to Jeff Crossan. If he can hear you now, a big round of applause for the qualifier winner, Bud Spencer. Freedom Raceway pace car works its way down the main straightaway. On the point, it's going to be the number 2 car. That's a Brett Smith machine. Next to him is going to be Dave Morgan in the 25. It'll be the 91 of Marty Metzger, the 33 of Bob Sullivan, the 34 of Jim Parramatter, the 28 of Jeff Crossan. Then it's going to be the 15 of Dave Rutledge. We got the 7 that's being driven by Bill Rogers. Then it's going to be the number 20 car. He's new here tonight. That's Delroy Stutzman. We're going to have the 1 of Buddy Spencer, and bringing up the rear of the field will be the 90 car. That being driven by Sandor Mattias. That's the field of Pure Stock Division cars as they get ready to go with their 15-lap feature event. Pure Stock machines work their way out of turn number 4. Brett Smith up on the point. He slows the field down. The green flag's out. We're underway. They're side by side as they work down the front straightaway. David Morgan and Brett Smith. 3 wide as they go through turn number 3. Crossing up on the outside, we got Marty Metzger on the inside and Bob Sullivan in the middle as they work down that back straightaway, and something amiss with the Morgan car. Dave Morgan trying to get out of the way in that number 25 car. He collects up Bill Rogers in the 7, and the 1 of Buddy Spencer gets off to a slow start, and the caution flag's going to come out. So we're going to drop the caution flag over this field of Pure Stock machines for the David Morgan machine as he was sitting on the outside of the pole when something went amiss with that car. He slowed down right in front of the entire field, and there was nowhere to go. As they have no laps completed when they threw the green flag and came out of out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. David Morgan's car, something went amiss with that, and stacked up the field behind him. So they're going to bring this back and have a complete restart on this. Indications are it's going to be green this time by. It's going to be up to Brett Smith in the number 2 car. Marty Metzger next to him, then Bob Sullivan, Jim Perriman, Jeff Crossan, Dave Rutledge, Sandor Mattias, Bill Rogers, and the 20 of Delroy Stutzman. That's the field of cars as they get ready to get underway with their 15-lap feature event. Brett Smith works them slowly through the turn. Your head starter looks them over. This is a complete restart, so they're going to hold them till turn number 4 before they turn them loose. Marty Metzger, no stranger to Freedom Raceway. He's up on the outside in that number 91 car. The green flag drops, and Brett Smith gets a good jump on the field, but Metzger's right beside him as they work down into turn number 1. Smith gets a good lead as he comes off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And here comes Jim Perriman in the 34. That 34 car just flying up through the field. And keep your eye on Dave Rutledge in the 15. He's right behind him. Jeff Crossan in the 28 gets his car caught up on the outside, and we see Bill Rogers go around down in turn number 4. That's the number 7 car. He's got that car righted and will remain under green condition. Meanwhile, your leader has gotten out to a big jump on the rest of the field as he works his way out of the 4th turn and down the main straightaway. Cars stacked up for the 3rd position. That looks like where the race is. That's the 15 of Rutledge, the 28 of Jeff Crossan, and the 91 of Marty Metzger. Brett Smith with a big lead over the field as he works down that back straightaway. Here comes Dave Rutledge. He works that 15 car up through. He's going to put a challenge on the 34 of Perriman. Perriman up high on the track. Rutledge down on the bottom side. They're side by side as they come down the line. But Perriman with that 34 car got the big jump coming off the high side of the turn. Once again, Rutledge works his way down inside, but he's too hard into turn number 2. That's going to cost him some time as here goes Jeff Crossan in that 28 car. Meanwhile, your leader out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway continues to be Brett Smith in the number 2. Keep your eye on that 28 of Jeff Crossan. He's worked his way up through the field. He's worked into the 3rd position, and now he's running down the 34 of Perriman. Perriman on the outside, Crossan down on the inside. Crossan goes flying by him on the back straightaway. Looks like Crossan might have one of the fastest cars here. Crossan now up on the outside. Perriman back down on the inside, but Perriman were not enough car to get him, and Crossan retains the 2nd position. Right now, Brett Smith with a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field, but he's got lap traffic coming up as he starts to work down the main straightaway. Your head starter indicating to the lap traffic to move over and let the leader come by. 2nd place car now down under the line. That's the 28 of Jeff Crossan. Brett Smith on the back straightaway. He moves on the high side. He's easily going around the lap traffic as he now works into turn number 3. Keep your eye on 2nd place. That's Jeff Crossan in the 28, but the battle's going to be for 3rd. Leader comes across the line. He takes the halfway point from your head starter, Jim Stewart. Halfway down on this 15-lap feature, and it looks like it's going to be an easy run for the 2 of Brett Smith. Smith now working his lap traffic as he ducks down on the inside. 2nd place car still a straightaway behind as Smith works through these lap traffic into turns number 1 and 2. Bob Sullivan up on the outside as Brett Smith tries to get by him in that number 2 car. He easily gets by. He'll have some clean racing room for a couple laps here. Now your 2nd place car's got to work through this lap traffic as he enters turn number 3. Jeff Crossan in that 28's got to get by all these lap cars and run down your leader, the 2 of Brett Smith. 3rd place car remains the 15. That's the Dave Rutledge machine. Brett Smith now in turn number 4, down onto the main straightaway. Big lead over the rest of the field as he easily walks away from the rest of this pack. You can see your 2nd place car, that's the 28 of Jeff Crossan. He is stuck down there in lap traffic as he tries to work through the bottoms of the turns and get around these lap cars to get a run on the 2 of Brett Smith. Head starter giving the indication to the lap cars to move over and let your 2nd place car by. He's having a lot of trouble getting through the turns as Bob Sullivan down on the inside. Crossan's trying to take that inside groove, and around goes Jim Perriman in the 34. He gets that car righted back around up toward the top of the track. We're going to remain under green conditions as once again your leaders come by. Brett Smith in that number 2 car making this look easy as he works it down the back straightaway. A lot of racing room left. He's got a few laps to go before he encounters any more lap traffic. As he comes by, he gets the 2-up signal indicating 2 more times around. Your second place car now comes by the starter. That's the 28 of Jeff Crossan. Brett Smith in the 2 still got a half a straightaway lead over the rest of the field as he works down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, back down into the main straightaway. The white flag's going to come out. It's going to be one more time around for Brett Smith in the number 2. Jeff Crossan in the 28 car remains in second place, and Dave Rutledge in the 15th is still in third. Lap traffic now on the back straightaway. He's tangled up with the number 20 car, the Delroy Stutzman car. He's trying to work around him, but he's got a lot of room left on the racetrack, and the checkered flag's going to fall, and your winner for the second week in a row is going to be Brett Smith in the number 2. The 28 of Jeff Crossan comes in second, and the 15 of Dave Rutledge is your third place car. Miller & Son Construction down to make trophy presentations. They were the sponsor of tonight's races here at Freedom Raceway. Big round of applause for Brett Smith. Night with a regular card of racing, and right back at you on Monday night with a regular card, plus we're going to have the Wing Sportsman Modified. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you next weekend.